All right. So as far as we are seeing, this is already going live. So thank you so much for coming today. Today we know that it is our first live streaming session in 2018. So um, welcome to this, which are your sessions. I'm going to give you some seconds so that you have more time to join the session. Remember that we have an available chat, and we say welcome to the three viewers who are already connecting with us. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm going to make I'm going to make sure that this is working. Yeah, it is working. Okay, so welcome to today's session, which is called Traveling Around Colombia. So, okay, let's take some seconds for you to join. But I need to also say something. We hope and we really believe that some other Bethlемite students from probably Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Guatemala, El Salvador are watching this session. And if you are already a Colombian Bethlemite student, welcome to this session, because you can also learn about your own country, because you never know where you are gonna end up, okay? All right, so let us start. Thank you to the 13 viewers who are joining today. Also, remember that there is a chat, and I'm going to take some 2 seconds to make sure that I can see the chat. Give me just some seconds. This is Cleo EFL Bethlemitas, your YouTube channel, and remember that you can subscribe. If you subscribe, you don't miss any of our YouTube sessions. Also, please make sure that you leave a comment so that we know what you want to learn about. And this is our chance to say hello to Sarita Banda from Ecuador. We don't know if you are from Latacunga, from Quito, from Tulcan, or from Ibarra. So please let us know where you are from. But so far, let's start this session, and welcome to Colombia. So share screen. Welcome to the 19 viewers. Thank you so much. Okay, so hi Sarita. If you are also on the chat, please let us know where you are from. We would like to know that. Okay, so this is your channel. This is Bethlемite Students Club, and this is YouTube Cleo EFL Bethlemitas. So a big hi to everyone. Every Bethlemite student in Ecuador, in Colombia, in Panama, in Costa Rica, in Nicaragua, in Guatemala, and El Salvador. In El Salvador, we send a big and a warm greeting to Bethlemite students in Ahuachapán, in Cartago, in Antigua, in Quetzaltenango, in Quiché, in Sololá, in Panama City, in Chinandega, Jinotega, and Managua. Cartago is, of course, in Costa Rica. Antigua, Quetzaltenango, Quiché, and Sololá are in Guatemala. Panama City is, of course, in Panama City. And Chinandega, Jinotega, and Managua are three Bethlehemite schools in Nicaragua. In Colombia, we hope that we are getting viewers from Medellin, Bello, Antioquia, Palmira, Popayán in the south of Colombia, Cauca and Valle del Cauca, Pereira in Risaralda, Armenia in Quindío, Bucaramanga, Barranca Bermeja in Santander, Pasto in Nariño, Pamplona in Norte de Santander, here in Bogotá, where I am currently live streaming, and also in Vélez, Santander. And in Ecuador, if you are from Ibarra, from Quito, or from Latacunga or Tulcan, please say, I don't know, hashtag Bethlehemite students in Ecuador, or Bethlehemite Ecuadorian, hashtag Bethlehemite Ecuadorian on the chat. So the big question today is, how much does traveling around Colombia cost? Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is that if you are, especially if you are a Bethlehemite Ecuadorian student, if you have $1 and you change it to American pesos, you are going to have 2,800 Colombian pesos, more or less. So it is an approximate number. So that is a lot. With $1 here, you can do, for example, if you take a Transmilenio or the metro in Medellin, it costs less than $1. It costs 2,200 pesos. Well, these are Colombian bills. You need to know that some of them are new, some of them are old. For example, these ones are old, these ones are new. Since last year, I think, or probably 2 years ago, no more than 3 years ago, Colombia decided that we are going to renew our bills. So we have the same numbers. As you see, we have a lot of zeros. 1,000 pesos, that sounds a lot. Because, for example, in Ecuador, you have $1, $2. Here, we don't have 1 peso, 2 pesos. We have 1,000 pesos, 20,000 pesos, 1,000,000 pesos, 20 million pesos. So it sounds like a lot. And these are the new bills, because Colombia, the government in Colombia decided to release new bills, and these are the old ones. This is 5,000, 1,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos, 20,000 pesos, which are currently still used today, and these are new bills. So, since we are going to do a tour, this is like a virtual tour in Colombia, you need to know where you can find Bethlemite schools in Colombia. Because if you come and you travel here, you can also visit the Bethlemite school in that city. So you can also greet the Bethlemite principal sister. You can also have Bethlemite classmates and Bethlemite friends. So if you come to Colombia, and if you come to the following cities, make sure you visit your Bethlemite school, because it is also your school. It is a big community that you have, a big family that you have in Latin America. So here in Colombia, if you go to the northern part of Colombia, you're going to find a Bethlemite school in Pamplona, in Bucaramanga, in Barranca Bermeja, and in Vélez. These 4 schools. If you go to Antioquia, a very beautiful region of Colombia, you can find these 2 schools, Medellin and Bello. Here, there's also a school in Bogota, where I am from, and also where I am actually live streaming right now. And there are also 2 schools here, which are Armenia and Pereira, Palmira, Popayan, and Pasto. And here you can also find Tulcan, and Ibarra, and Quito, Latacunga, Conocoto, and so on. So let's stop for a minute to see if there is somebody in the chat. Oh my goodness, there are so many people on the chat. All right, so a big hi to Angela Mena. Very nice to see you, because you were in the Bethlehemite English camp last year. Angela Mena from Ecuador, Latacunga. Very nice. You are on your last year, so all the best for you in this last year. Michelle Tarco from Ecuador. Very good to see you. Also very good to see Dajana from Latacunga. Pamela from Latacunga. Paola from Latacunga. Wow, all the Latacunga family is here. It's so good to see you here. Camila Freire. Rafaela Espinosa. Nayeli from Latacunga. Oh, it's so nice to have you all here. Anita Ortiz. Very nice to see you here. Mabel. Also from Latacunga, Paola, Ana, Sofia, Miriam, and Sarita. Sarita is saying, this video is very interesting because we can know the prices that will be useful if we want to travel to Colombia someday. Very nice. Thank you, Dayana. It is a pleasure to give this information to you. Dayana, Sarita, Miriam, and everyone from Latacunga. It's so nice to have you here. All right, so let's continue. If we go to the northern part, especially if you are Ecuadorian, you need to know something. You have in Ecuador Galapagos Islands, and they are very far from Ecuador, right? If you take a plane, I don't know how many hours that takes, but it's a lot. If you come to Colombia, we also have an island which is very far. As you can see, it's closer to Nicaragua. And actually Nicaragua, we were having discussions with Nicaragua a couple of years ago, because they were they wanted the island for them, and they were saying that the island is closer to them, and it is true, but it is ours. It is Colombian. It is a Colombian island. San Andres is very nice. We call it San Andres Islands because it's three islands, or no, 2 islands. It's San Andres. That is one island, and in the other island you can find two sub-islands. They are Santa Catalina and Providence, or Providencia in Spanish. So as you can see, the sea here is crazy. Look at those colors, those powerful blue colors. That is lovely. So this is called the seven color sea. The seven color sea in Colombia. So this is the best sea that we have in Colombia because it is very far from here. Cartagena, the beach in Cartagena and in Santa Marta is not as beautiful as the one in San Andres. And if you come to Bogota, you will find flights to go to San Andres Island for $350. For $350. So that is what probably costs. But if you find a promo, then you can find cheaper flights. For example, 3 years ago, I had the chance to buy a flight from Bogota to San Andres Islands, and it takes like 2 hours. And at that time, the cost was $200. So that was cheap for that time. Actually, we needed to buy it with 4 months in advance. So that is why. Now, if you come to Colombia, you can also find La Guajira. La Guajira is here in the north of the country. So if you come to Bogota, and probably that costs from Quito, if you fly from Quito, it will probably cost like $400 to fly from Quito to Bogota. Probably a little more, probably a little less. It depends on how much time you buy the flight in advance. And if you fly from Bogota to La Guajira, it is going to cost $90. And that is like, I don't know, a little less than 200,000 pesos. Here you can enjoy beautiful sunsets, beautiful beaches, and also beautiful places to relax. These are called, well, in your country, you have a name for that. Here we also have a name, but in La Guajira, they call them chinchorros. So it is a very relaxing place to be. Also, there is an indigenous community. They are called the Wayunaiki community. No, sorry, the Wayu community. Wayunaiki is the language that they speak. So they are Wayu. Wayu is the name of the community, and the language that they speak is Wayunaiki. So as you can see, they wear very colorful clothes, as also in Ecuador, because in Ecuador I know that there are some indigenous communities that also have these very colorful clothing, and it's actually beautiful. And here you can also find very relaxing beaches. The good thing about La Guajira is that the beach there is not very like commercial, like very touristic. So it is better taken care of. It's more, it's cleaner, it is safer. So La Guajira is a good place to go. If you are in La Guajira is the region. So Rio Hacha is the capital of La Guajira. If you take a bus from La Guajira, I mean from Rio Hacha, the capital of La Guajira, and you go to Santa Marta, it is going to cost $10. So Santa Marta is the place where Carlos Vives is from. Carlos Vives is a very, probably, I don't know if you know him in Ecuador, but he's a very nice singer and he's very famous here in Colombia. He is somehow older than he used to be, of course, and he is still famous and he is still so successful in music. All right, so it takes approximately 3 hours to go from Rio Hacha to Santa Marta, and it is a very nice trip to do because you are bordering the country. This is the coast of Colombia. So welcome to the coast of Colombia. And once you get to Santa Marta, you are going to find this. This is the city, Santa Marta. And in Santa Marta, you can also find a beach, and it is more commercial. I mean, it's not as beautiful as La Guajira, probably, I have to be honest. It is less beautiful than San Andres, of course, because San Andres is the top. It's the most beautiful beach that we have in Colombia because it is up there in the Caribbean. And here you can also find a park, a natural park. I actually don't know it, but I wish I could go. So it is called Tayrona Park. It is also a very natural and nice place to be. Now, let's keep the trip going down south. So from northern Colombia to southern Colombia, you are going to find Cartagena. What have you heard about Cartagena? Let's go to the chat. I'm gonna give you some seconds so that you share your comments and you tell us what you have heard about Cartagena. Well, I'm going to give you a piece of news. Do you know Will Smith? If you know Will Smith, he is actually, no, he's currently recording a video. He's actually shooting a movie in Cartagena because he's a very famous actor. And he admitted that he's actually having a very special time in Cartagena. So it is very good to know that he's enjoying Colombia, regardless of what people say on the media. All right, let's go to the chat and let's see who is there. So, Melanie from La Tacunga, Carla Diaz, also from La Tacunga, Mari Claudio, Kerly Alejandra, Hilary Laverde, Angie Tapia, Sarita. Very good. Let's see what Sarita says. Sarita Panda says that Guajira seems to be a really beautiful place, a paradise, and she would like to visit it someday and enjoy the sun, sand, and sea. And also has a convenient price. That's very true. That's true, dear Sarita. And also, we know that you have so many beautiful beaches in Ecuador, and also very nice hot places where there is high temperature. And yeah, come to Colombia. We are your neighbors. We are your brothers. We're gonna welcome you in our lovely cities as well. Yesenia from Bethlemitas and also Steffi Caicedo from Bethlemitas La Tacunga. Kiana, thank you so, so much. All right, so let's continue. Cici is also there. Remember Cici from the camp in Conocoto. Thank you so much for joining today. Awesome, so let's continue. If you travel from Santa Marta to Cartagena, it is going to cost $9.2 approximately. I know that probably it is not too cheap because in Ecuador, if you take a bus and you spend a lot of time in the bus, it is going to be cheap. For example, I was surprised that from Quito to Tulcan, it only costs $5 or $6. That was very cheap for a Colombian. So here, it is a trip that is a little long, like as you can see, about 4 hours, that can be 5. And here, if you go that way, it's going to take longer. So it's gonna cost $9.2. That is a little high if you compare it to Ecuador, but still it's convenient because dollars here are very, they give you a lot of 1,000 pesos for I don't know, $10, it's a lot here. So you can do good things with your dollars. When you get to Cartagena, which is this, you're gonna find this ancient, a very colonial city in the coast of Colombia. So this is Cartagena. This is where Will Smith is actually shooting the video. And you can also find a beach. It is a little more, Cartagena and Santa Marta, they are more touristic places. So you will find more expensive places if you want to hang out there, but it is, those are nice places to be. Those are like the cliche touristic places in Colombia. Probably abroad in other countries, when they talk about Colombia and Colombia tourism in Colombia, they're going to talk about this, Santa Marta and Cartagena. All right. Now let's go to a very, very different place. This is probably 10 hours away, and 10 hours away from, no, this is more than 10 hours away. That's like probably 15 hours away from the coast, and it is still up in the north of Colombia. This is called Chicamocha, and in Chicamocha, Chicamocha is in Santander region, and it is near Bucaramanga, which is the capital of Santander. In this park, you're gonna find a pool. It's very, very nice. There's also fun to do. That's a very nice place that you need to go. And in this part of the country, you're gonna find very harsh and very dry mountains, like you see there. They are very dry, but also very majestic. As you can see, there is no green on that, but It is nice. It is a nice place to be. It is a beautiful and very, very majestic landscape. So that's a good place to go as well. Uh, it is like 7 hours away in a bus from Bogota. And I know that it may seem a lot because in Ecuador, probably you can cross the country in less than 20 hours. But in less than 20 hours, probably we would need 42 or 44 hours to cross from one side to the other, or probably even more depending on when you want to go. So if you are in Pasto, and if you want to go to Bogota, that is 22 hours. So that's a lot. And Bogota is in the middle of the country. If you want to go to Cucuta, which is the frontier, the borderline with Venezuela, then it is going to be another 12 hours. So from the borderline, the frontier with Ecuador to the borderline to Venezuela, that's crossing the country, that is going to take probably more than 50 hours. And that's a lot. All right, let's talk about a very nice and very beautiful city, a very famous city as well in Colombia, and it is Medellin. If you are in Bogota, you can find very convenient prices to fly to Medellin. It lasts like 30 minutes. You take a bus, and in 30 minutes, you are there in Medellin, and it costs approximately $60. If you take a bus, it is going to cost $23. But it is going to last like probably 8 hours if you are lucky, or probably 9 hours. So that's also a lot. Medellin, a very nice place to be. People there are kind, people there are nice, people there are cool, people there are handsome, people there are beautiful. So that's a very nice, enjoyable. That's a very enjoyable place to be. If you are in Colombia, go to Bogota and go to Medellin for sure. In Bogota, what can you do? And that's my city, so I can tell you for sure. You can go to these two amusement parks, which are called Mundo Aventura and Salitre Mágico. Bogota has a similarity with Quito, but Quito is a little higher, I think. I mean, you have more mountains that we have in Colombia, so streets don't go up and down as they go in Quito, but still it is very similar. So in Bogota, you can also go to Maloca. This is the place you want to go, Maloca, and it is a learning centered place. So you learn about science, about physics, about about math, especially science. So schools, when they have a day out, they go to this place. So it is a very nice place to be. So let's stop for a second. Let's see if you have any comments, any doubts. What would you like to know about Colombia that we haven't talked about so far? Let us know, please, in the chat. While you are sharing your comments, we read, for example, we say hi to Pamela, to Anita Ortiz, to Erika, and also to Jovis. And it is very nice to see that one of Sarita's dreams is to come to Bogota. If you come here, please make sure you come to the Bethlemite school and you say hi, so that you can meet the sisters here, so that you can enjoy the city. And it is not that far. I mean, you can, okay, if you take a bus to Tulcan, that's gonna be probably, how many hours? Like 7 hours. And then from Tulcan to Bogota, it's a day. So maybe you can do it for probably $40. With $40, you are in Bogota. Probably $7 to go to Tulcan, and from Tulcan to Bogota, you can find tickets in a bus for probably $45 or $50. No more than $50, I think. It is going to take a whole day, 24 hours, but you are going to enjoy all of the landscapes, or 50% of the landscapes that Colombia has. So it is going to be an enjoyable experience. Okay, let me stop for a second, so that I can answer your questions clearly. Okay, what do you think about what you have seen so far? Let us know your comments. Let us know your doubts. Let us know your questions. It is very nice to see that everybody is from La Tacunga. So it is, thank you so much for the promotion of this session. Of course, if you want some other sessions, please let us know. Let us know if you want a session about traveling to Panama, or if you want a session about English in Canada, or English in the United States, or English in Australia. I don't know. You just let us know what you want to hear about, and we are going to do it for you. We also prefer this time of the day because you are not at school, you have enough time to go back home, and you can watch us very comfortable at home, relaxing in bed on a Friday afternoon. So that's a very nice thing to do. All right, so time to continue. After Bogota, you can go to these places. We have a very special region in Colombia, and that's the place where we grow coffee. As some of you know, coffee is very famous in Colombia, and we have a region, a special region where coffee is grown, where they sell coffee, where they do so many things with coffee. Actually, you can find coffee ice creams, coffee everything. I mean, everything has a flavor of coffee in that region of the country. This region is called Eje Cafetero. And in Eje Cafetero, you can find two very important cities, Armenia and Pereira. There is a Bethlemite school in Pereira, so go there, and also a Bethlemite school in Armenia. If you go to Pereira, you can enjoy the city, but if you go out of Pereira in 40 minutes, you are going to find Santa Rosa de Cabal. A very lovely place where you can have hot baths. So nice, so nice. You have hot water coming all over your body. It's very relaxing, and the best thing is that it's natural. So, and it is not expensive. It costs, if you go to the public place of this, it is gonna cost no more than $8. But if you go to the public one, it's gonna cost like $15. So it is, I mean, if you go to Pereira or Armenia, please make sure you take a bus to Santa Rosa de Cabal and enjoy these places, which are, I don't know how to call them in English. They are special hot baths, I think. I mean, hot water coming all over the place. And also in Armenia, well, it's near Armenia, probably 40 minutes away from it, you can find Coffee Park. It's an amusement park that you can find there, and it's so fun and it's so pro. I mean, it's very good. It's one of the best. I think it can be the best one in the country. I think it's the best one in the country, actually. And 4 hours away from Pereira, you can reach Cali. So as you see, we started up north and we are going back south. I mean, down south. So Cali actually used to belong, and that's something that I learned in Ecuador. It used to belong to Ecuador. I don't know, probably many years ago. So this can be familiar to you. Cali is a hot place. I mean, temperature there is high, but it is a very cool place. People are very happy, very friendly, cheerful, and they like to make fun of everything. This is a lovely church that is called La Ermita. These are aborrajados, which are pieces of food that they make in Cali. This is the landscape in Cali, and something very special about Cali is that they dance salsa. Not only that, they are the best ones dancing salsa. I mean, if you go to Cali, make sure that you go to a salsa show. Why? Because it's like going to Argentina to a tango show. So salsa is the best thing being played in Cali, just like tango is the best thing being played in Argentina. So now you might be wondering, how much would it cost from Pereira to Cali? So let's go back. For example, if you are in Bogota and you want to take a bus from Bogota to Pereira, that's going to cost probably $21. And in 9 hours or 8 hours, you're going to be in Pereira. Once you are in Pereira, you can take a bus and probably $13. And in 4 hours, you're going to be in Oops, in Cali. Once you are in Cali, and if you take a bus, that probably costs $20. No, that probably costs, no, that actually costs $20. It is going to take you to Pasto, and you are near Ecuador. So as you can see, if you are in Pasto, if you are in La Tacunga, and then in Tulcan, if you're in Tulcan, go to Ipiales. And if you are in Ipiales, go to Pasto. If you are in Pasto, go to Popayan. And if you are in Popayan, go to Cali. If you are in Cali, go to Pereira. And if you're in Pereira, go to Bogota. If you're in Bogota, go to Medellin. And if you're in Medellin, go to Santander. And if you're in Santander, go to the coast. That's a whole tour in Colombia. So in Pasto, you can find Cocha Lake. This is the landscape in Pasto. There are so many churches in Pasto. And the lake is called La Cocha. It is very nice. I don't know it honestly, but I think I want to go there. What I do know is Las Lajas Sanctuary. It is a very nice place. It is a religious place, of course, and it is a place where people ask for miracles and they actually receive them. Also, it is they have the Galeras volcano, which probably doesn't surprise you a lot because in Ecuador you have so many of them. And okay, that's the tour. So I want to go to Google Maps to show you, if you're in Ecuador, what could you do or what could you plan? It doesn't mean that you have to do everything, right? Because I know that it takes money. But if you have all of the money of the world, what would you do? All right, if you had all the money of the world, what would you do? You would come to Colombia. So for example, let's go to La Tacunga. We are here. Oh, International Airport, Cotopaxi International Airport. Let's go from La Tacunga to Tulcan. So as you can see, that's what you would do. Quito, hi Quito. And then from Quito to Ibarra, wow, St. Gabriel. And here you are in Tulcan. Once you are in Tulcan, look, Tulcan, and as soon as you cross the borderline, the frontier, you're gonna find Ipiales. So once you're in Ipiales, it takes 2 hours from Ipiales to Pasto. Once you are in Pasto, so Pasto is 2 hours away from Tulcan. Once you are in Pasto, let's say Pasto Nariño, from Pasto to Cali, you can, well, it takes 7 hours, probably 8 hours. But as you can see, you can find some other flights. So that's the place to, that's the road to go. Once you are in Cali, go to Pereira. And it is not that far. I have to be honest, from Pasto to Cali, it is a little long. It takes a little, because, well, not a little, it takes 8 hours in a bus. But it is nice. You can also enjoy so very nice mountains over there. All right, so from Cali to Pereira, it takes probably like 4 hours and a little. From Pereira to Bogota, look, 8 hours. Because we could do this, but our roads are not that good here. Just like in, I mean, in Ecuador, they are way better than in Colombia, so you can be proud of that. And once you are in Bogota, a very beautiful city. Kidding. No, well, I'm not kidding. It's my city, so I love it. So once you are in Bogota, actually, I'm here. Let me see. Let me check. Where am I? Where am I? I live here. We are here in Chapinero. So this is where the school is. Right. Once you are in Bogota, you can go to Bucaramanga, or well, Chicamocha. Chicamocha. And it's gonna take 7 hours. Once you are in Chicamocha, you can go to Chicamocha, from Chicamocha to Medellin, my second favorite city in the world. We're all in Colombia. So it is gonna take 8 hours from Chicamocha to Medellin. And once you're in Medellin, probably you can do Medellin to Cartagena. As you can see, 12 hours. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it is worth it. And once you're in Cartagena, you go up to Santa Marta, and from Santa Marta to Riohacha, and there you would have crossed the whole country. So if you are here in Tulcan, and if you go to this other frontier or borderline with Venezuela, it is going to take 40 hours, all of this. Actually, let's do it. From Tulcan to Cucuta, which is the frontiers, the borderline city in near Venezuela, 27 hours. That's very optimistic, I think. So look, this is what would take the crossing the country. And look, everything here is a little, well, just like the part that you have, like jungle part in Ecuador. We have it here, so we don't go there that much. But when you go there, it's nice. People go to the Amazon. But look, 27 hours, well, I think it's more than that, but it is 1,400 kilometers. It's a lot. So crossing the country, and it is just a little part. It is not, for example, from here to here. That would take a lot. So look, that's what it takes. Thank you so much for your attention, and a big hug to La Tacunga, a very special place to be, a very special place to enjoy chucaras, and a very special place to enjoy the company of very nice and heart and people with a warm heart. Thank you so much for joining us today in the session. If you want another session, please suggest a topic, leave a question. Hey, Miguel, we want to know about this or that. We want a session about this or that. How about a session of this or that on probably, I don't know, next Wednesday or next Friday or in June or in August or in December? I mean, whenever you want. We are there for you. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you suggest a topic. And make sure you stay tuned so that you don't miss any of our YouTube sessions. A big special hi and a big special thanks to teacher Omar for having promoted the session today. This session was for you, and thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you don't forget to follow Bethlemitas, Proyecto Aprendizaje de Lenguas, on Facebook, and also at Bethlemite Schools on Instagram so that you don't miss any of our YouTube sessions. Thank you so much for your attention today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm going to go back to the camera to say bye-bye to you. I don't know if you have any questions. Any questions that you may have? Let's go back to the chat. Let us see. Dayana says, Colombia has a lot of wonderful places. Daniela Tovar from La Tacunga is also there. Oh, thank you so much, Milagros, for joining us today. Caterine Isa says, Colombia is wonderful. Thank you. All right, let's have a look at this comment. Mabel Vika says, I think that Santa Rosa de Cabal is the place where I want to go on my vacation. Ah, very nice. Yeah, on my vacation, Mabel. So if you go there, make sure you enjoy hot water, all natural hot water all over you. Sarita says, my information on tourism in Colombia was limited, but now I am getting to know it better. You are getting to know it better. Awesome, Sarita. Thank you so much. I tried to show you the most meaningful places, and actually the places that I actually know, because I didn't want to tell you about places that I haven't been. So I have been in Riohacha, Cartagena, and Santa Marta. All of those places I have been, well, in my life, not in the same trip. So that's something that I can recommend from my own experience. So if you come to Colombia, now we have a list. You can go to La Guajira, Santa Marta, Cartagena, San Andres Islands, of course. I almost forgot. Medellín, Cañón del Chicamocha, Santander, Bogotá, Pereira, Armenia, Cali, and Pasto. You have so many chances to come here and to enjoy your brother country, your neighbor country, Colombia. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Sarita, for your comments. You are very active today. Thank you so much. Google Maps is a very useful app. Yes, indeed. We totally agree. Congratulations. Oh, thank you for the congratulations. Anita Ortiz says, thanks for the conference. It was very interesting. Thank you so, so much. How much? Okay, Miriam Perez asks a question, and it's, how much costs a tour? How much does a tour in Colombia cost? Well, if I mean, that would be a very detailed analysis. So it depends on the places that you want to go and for how many days you want to go. If you want to probably ask again, you can say, how much would it cost to go to Bogota 3 days? Then I can give you an approximate number, because it's a very general question. But thank you so much for asking. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, everyone. And thank you so, so much for joining us today. Bye bye. Have a lovely weekend and also a lovely holiday, because a lovely holiday because next Tuesday is, yeah, next Tuesday is a holiday. I think it's also a holiday in Ecuador. You are totally right, Sarita. There is a difficult situation in between Colombia and Ecuador. But yeah, let's hope that you can take a plane and probably skip that uncomfortable situation and come and enjoy what you want to enjoy. Thank you so much, 33 people from La Tacunga. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye. Have a lovely weekend.